Hello everybody, welcome back to Twin Mirror. In the last episode we tried to find Dennis because he definitely knows things about Nick, and since we're investigating Nick's death we should definitely talk to him. We haven't managed to find Dennis just yet, so we will try to do so now. Let's get back into it. Okay, so we were just about to enter the cafe, but before we'll do that, in the previous episode I said that every time I complete an episode, before I'll end the video, I'll check out the stats. Unfortunately, in the previous episode I forgot to do that, so let's do so now. Okay, the stats from the previous episode. And hopefully, in this episode I won't forget to do that before completing the video. So, let's see. Okay, Ethan is coming. I faced up to Ethan when he found me in the trashed bar. Oh, only 41%, so most people chose to flee from the scene. Deal with Ethan. I apologize to Ethan for trashing his bar. So if you will already stay, most people I see chose to apologize. Makes sense. I talked to Kathy. I talked to Kathy in the drugstore. Okay, most of the people did that, 89%. I listened to the clan's rants about Bestwood going to the dogs. Most people, 87%, and I talked to Tara. Took the time to listen to Tara's health woes. Oh, that was a split decision. Okay, those are all the stats from the previous episode. Now let's go into the cafe. We are still trying to find some information about Dennis. We need to talk to him.
Now I've gone and made a bit of a mess. Oh, Sam, is that you? Dear, please, could you help an old doddering woman?
You should carry less. Do I have a choice? Sounds a bit rude. You're not doddering? You're not doddering? I don't know.
You are many things, but not doddering. Plotting, maybe.
Sam, you shouldn't say such things, even if they're true.
They seem to have some healthy relationship. Okay. Ooh. Mind Palace. Memories. Yep. Let's reminisce. Oh, that's Joanne, right?
Okay, Muley, for 2 points. What is the name of the pink pony on the animated cartoon show Prancers? The super cool one I was telling you about the other day? You know, my favorite?
Polly. Polly Pony?
No, that's her sister. She's totally different.
Then what is her name?
I'm not telling. What if the card comes up again?
You really like to win, huh, Bug?
All right, coffee for you and hot chocolate for the young... Is that a comic about monsters?
It's about Tardigrade Man. He can survive almost anything. His only weakness is his own emotions. He's based on a microscopic tardigrade.
Okay.
It has 8 legs and can survive star radiation.
Huh.
Interesting.
Well, it doesn't seem like the kind of thing a young woman should be reading.
Sounds like fun.
She says she's going to be an entomologist. What can you do?
I am going to be an entomologist.
Seems like they had great time together. All of them.
Especially the crawlies. But tardigrade isn't a bug. It's a microanimal.
Well, good for you. Sounds like just what a young woman like you should be reading.
So,
Christina approves.
Can we play this again tomorrow, maybe?
We can play as often as you want.
You promise?
Yeah, I promise.
Pinky swear? If you break those, you go to hell.
I don't think you're supposed to be using that language.
You can't break this. No matter what.
You're real intense for a kid, you know that?
Say it.
I won't break the pinky swear, no matter what.
He did break it. Ouch.
Thank you so much. You're always such a dear.
Say,
Sam and I had to say that Sam and Joanne got that that vibe of a father-daughter relationship. If I did not know otherwise, I could be thinking that they are a real father and daughter.
Oh, Sam, it's been years. It really is so nice to see you again.
Yeah, likewise,
I
but...
wanted to come to the funeral yesterday, but just thinking about it, oh dear.
Now, I know you want to interrupt her, because I want to interrupt her. So eyes on me, buddy. Happy thoughts, deep breaths.
Deep breath.
Yeah. Well, speaking of the...
Poor Joan, losing her father at such a young age. Oh, what a tragedy. I was trying to find one of those games she likes so much to cheer her up. Poor child only has Kathy now, and, well, far from me to criticize or anything, but...
Yeah, let's listen.
These last few months, Kathy hasn't been all there, if you know what I mean. Hopefully this tragedy will be a wake-up call for her to be more present. She should take a few weeks off to be with Joan. I know you
She
would
is
never
a talker,
refuse.
this one.
Don't you agree?
I didn't catch most of that, to be honest. Oops. I fully agree, I don't know.
Yeah, of course.
I'm sure if poor Kathy would only ask him for the time... but look at me.
I need to be
I
more
talk and
concentrated,
talk and talk,
guys.
but you had something to say, didn't you?
Yeah,
Have you
Dennis.
seen Dennis today?
Dennis. No, it's odd, actually. He usually
Nobody
stops in
sees
for
him.
Sunday mornings. Like how you and Nick used to come over from the paper with Anna every Friday. You three always seem so happy. Oh, but you, Sam, how have you been doing?
You know, same old,
It's
same old.
been- Well, you know cruise control? I've been on cruise control.
You might miss it once it's gone. Life rarely lets you coast for long. You look well.
I've been better. Hungover this morning.
You know what's good for that? Coffee.
I know, Christina. Not right now. I gotta go.
Okay, so she seems nice. Christina seems nice. They had like a good relationship going on. They were like friends or something. Good friends, all of them. But unfortunately, we didn't get much from the conversation. It's difficult to navigate this thing. Okay, Christina. Let's see what we got in our journal. Christina owns Café Americano just across the street from the old office. Anna, Nick, used to be regulars. Christina knows everyone in town. She's the gossip hub of Basswood. Serves great coffee with laughter that can be heard all the way across Basswood. At least it was like that in the olden days. Christina was genuinely kind to me. A sentimental old woman might be the only person in Basswood who doesn't hate me. Let's see what else we got in that coffee shop. Landscape painting. Christina channeling her Italian heritage. Sicilian flag. Flag of the biggest island in the Mediterranean. There's nice music going on in the background, if you can hear it. Inspect that. What is that? Coffee.
Not very inspired.
Yeah. Have a sincere. What's sincerely good day?
Well, that's
What
not spelled
sincerely?
right.
Oh,
even
not spelled
close.
right. For a guy like me who learns his English, it's not my native tongue, so misspelling things, wow, it can get me into a loop. What I got here? My soul is like, oh my god, why it's flickering? I think it's a bug. My soul is like your coffee. It's black naturally, but with enough milk almost drinkable. Alright. Employee. Let's talk to the employee.
Hey man, thought I knew everyone, but I don't know you.
I used to be a regular a few years ago.
Oh right, you're one of those who skipped town when the mine closed down.
You could say that, yes.
Town ain't changed much since then. Same old boring Basswood. I know most people hate that, but I don't. It's quiet here. It's nice.
So quiet, there's no rush hour, I guess.
Right?
Okay. What we got here? Probably a high school dropout, but he seems content in Basswood. that wasn't very important. I don't know why I needed that in my journal. Maybe he'll come back later. A working man, using graphs and data table, efficient. Oh my god, this reminds me of work, so we're gaming now, so let's change the subject. Ooh, buttermilk biscuits. Was a good way to start the day with a cup of coffee. Don't you just love coffee shops? Alright. What else? Books, plant, looks healthy, probably watered recently. The books has a copy of The Last Man by Mary Shelley, definitely left by Anna.
Glad to see Joan hasn't changed too much.
Oh, it's something funny? Okay. Missy no reward. I have lost a book by the title The Grinding Gears. It's the 6th book in the Tardigrade Men series. If found, please leave with Christina. She will let me know. Thank you. Okay. I thought there was a person missing. I got scared for a second.
Cowboy must have lost his keys.
Keychain. Oh, there's something about the keys. Cowboy keychain. A cowboy keychain with the clan's name on it. Cops in Basswood don't go in for saddle. Do you think the clan chose his career path by watching old westerns? Maybe he sees Basswood as his own personal Wild West. My best armchair psychologist says this was a gift from his fellow officers, or maybe even his boss, Sheriff Mitchell. There's something to be said for that simple conflict between good and evil, black hat vs white hat. At least the clan knows which side he's on. So, who is the clan? I forgot. Oh yeah, the cop. For a second, I forgot who was the clan. It's embarrassing. Okay, I think that's it for this coffee shop. So, unfortunately, we didn't get any information about Dennis, so it was not that helpful. But it was nice to reminisce. A nice moment between Joanne, Christina, and Sam. So we continue the search for Dennis outside.
No luck so far, but I should keep digging around.
Oh, okay.
Someone must
This
have
is
seen
the
Dennis.
end of the road. Talk to that girl in the previous episode. What else can we do? Let's go to the other side of the street. Miner's statue.
A statue honoring miners. Pretty meaningless now.
And what's that? Oh, there you go.
Religion's kind of like genetics. If your parents had it, you probably do too.
Interesting insight. Haven's Path Church, keeping all beliefs alive.
This is new. Domations. Now that's the Basswood I remember.
Formations. Let's read it. Basswood Mine, opened in 75, closed in 2015. Paid for by the donations of William Jackson, Walter Dodson, Hugh Kirkland, I hope I'm saying those names correctly, Robert Paulson, Vivica Winnicott, Richard Greenlee, Ethan Morrow, John Brooks, and Nick Waldron. Okay. Blair Mountain history. 20,000 men marched through Boone County to reach Blair Mountain in 21, where they fought for what we have now. Nothing worth having is not worth fighting for.
Never forget, huh?
We're kind of learning about the history of this town a little bit.
Hey, can I ask you something?
Hello, young man. And of course you can ask. No promise answering.
Why do you bother cleaning the memorial?
Well, everything has to look its best for today. Especially the miner. I really didn't think it was going to happen this year. Good thing Mr. Kirkland decided to help out. And besides, that way people can remember with pride we used to be rednecks.
That matters to you?
It should matter to every West Virginian.
Oh, so?
And why do you think it should matter so much?
How many West Virginians does it take to screw in a light bulb?
This doesn't sound like a history lesson.
Yeah.
You answer my question, I'll answer yours. So, how many West Virginians?
All right. All right. I'll bite.
I don't know. How many?
3. 1 to replace the light bulb. 2 to complain about how the old one was better.
Cute. At least he's happy with himself. Good one.
That's pretty funny.
Let's be nice and respect
Just
him.
not the kind
Maybe
of
he
fun
will
you
give me
laugh
some
at.
answers.
So, you still want to hear the story?
Sure.
I'm all ears.
This fella here is a reminder of when coal miners stood together. You see, back 100 years ago, you'd be safer in the trenches than down in the mines. It didn't sit right with our boys. They demanded better conditions. Of course, the corporations, being what they are, refused and sent strike breakers.
The mine wars. Miners came out in force. Union men. Met the strike breakers over in Logan County.
That's right, 10,000 strong. And it all came to
Ooh.
a head at Blair Mountain. The miners tied red bandanas around their necks for solidarity, brotherhood. At least 100 men died in that battle. Blood spilled for what we have now. Oh.
Wow. You respect them?
I'm guessing you're fond of that story, huh? A lot of respect for rednecks.
Well, things were tough, but we were a united community back then. Anyway, I'll get back to it. Gonna give her a real spit shine. You take care now.
I got nothing out of this.
Sorry, I really
No
need to
information
finish
about
this.
Dennis, nothing.
These old hands can't be idle.
Hello, Joe?
Losing his legs seemed like the end of him, but he bounced back. Man, he's a rock.
Sorry for that, Joe.
Joe,
Sam? You old bridge jumper, how you been? What's the calendar say?
2 years, Joe. It's been 2 years.
Yeah, long time.
Too long. Heard you showed up yesterday. The boys give you trouble?
There was this thing with Dennis, but nothing I cannot handle. Oh, he's talking about the miners. It
They
was
might have given me
not a big
bit
deal.
of a welcome back.
After the mine closed, well, it ain't easy to put food on the table. Don't let that weigh on you. No one else has lost their legs recently.
How have you been? Let's be nice. Let's socialize before we get to Dennis.
How have you been holding up?
Terribly. But Anna keeps me young. How'd you ever let her get away?
You probably know better than me.
I heard all about it.
So, how does he know
I
Anna?
always liked you. Straight shooters are a rare breed these days. I like a man that can look me in the eye and say what he means.
Seen Dennis today?
You haven't seen Dennis today, have you?
I wish. Just about
Of
the only
course
guy
he
I can
didn't.
talk hockey with.
Nobody saw this
Not
man.
football?
Oh my
I want
god.
to talk football. I could just grab anybody on the street. Dennis actually enjoys a man sport. But no, I haven't seen him.
He's just nowhere to be found. I've talked to everybody around here. Oh my god. Where
I
weren't you at
noticed
the
you
wake,
weren't
by
at
the way?
bar last night.
Went home after the service. Being crippled takes it out of you. Normally, I'd be rotting away in my recliner, but I like to come out, see the decorations, pay my respects to old iron here. This town's been a mining town before I was born, and it'll be one after I die. It's good to get out and celebrate your roots every now and then.
I don't have the same perspective on Miners' Day that other people have.
No, I suppose you wouldn't.
Okay. I guess I'll get
I
going.
have places I need to be, but It's good to see you.
Just promise you won't wait 2 years before saying boo again.
I'll do my best. Joe
This
has no
seems
idea
nice.
where Dennis went. Someone must have seen him after the fight.
So yeah, I'm meeting a lot of nice people. It's kind of fun, and I enjoy it. However, no sign for Dennis yet. Okay, new character. Let's read about him. Joe. Joe is Anna's father. Oh, he's Anna's father. That's how he knows Anna. Got it. Thank you for clarifying. And a former miner. Oh, he was a miner as well, so I appreciate that he's not like holding it for Sam and like hating him. It was Joe's accident that led me to write about the mines. Oh, okay, this is the answer I wanted. So yeah, there was a safety issues in the mines, and Joe's story was the inspiration. So definitely Sam was right to do so, and he actually kind of saved a lot of miners' lives. But I guess they don't see it the same way. Anyway, it was Joe's accident that led me to write about the mines, and yet he doesn't hold grudge for that or for letting his daughter down. Part of me likes to believe he sees me as a good man. The other part knows the contempt is just hidden deep. Okay, Dennis, what else can I do to find you? I think I've checked this entire area. Wait a minute. Oh, there's Joanne! How did I miss Joanne? What's that? Mark Twain quote. Good to see the younger generations open to the classics. Nice.
Now doesn't seem like the best
No.
time to bother.
That pole is right in front of me. What is it?
Now doesn't seem like the best time to bother her.
But I've talked to anyone else, and I think that's the last option. I have to talk to her.
Hey, Bug. What are you doing out here?
Hey, Muley. Waiting for my mom to get off her shift at the pharmacy. Drawing. I got a new journal after I left the old one somewhere. See?
Nice. Jurassic Park.
Did you get home okay last night?
Yeah. I bike everywhere. It's not like anything scary bad happens in Basswood. At least not normally. Any word on my dad? Did you really look into it?
I'm on it. I've been preoccupied. Actually, nothing yet, but I'm on it.
I haven't
really
found anything
on it.
yet. I don't think.
Let me know if you find anything. Please. I feel like I need something. It's just
Of course.
this town, you know? This place. It feels like I'm suffocating. I can't breathe. I can't think. I can't stand my mom.
Of course, listen
I
to
don't
her.
like school. Well, except for science.
Who would choose
And
not to
just-
listen to her?
When I imagine myself in the future, I just don't. I don't know. I don't see this place or these people. I'm somewhere else. Anywhere else. I know it's stupid, just.
What is it?
It's not stupid. If you want, you can go anywhere in the world.
Yeah.
Have adventures, fall in love. I mean, that's what I've been told anyway.
Gross. Okay, well, that other stuff sounds okay, though. Thanks for listening.
Sure thing.
I got grown-up stuff I gotta do.
I've got kid stuff I gotta see about. So we're both busy.
Sweet. Anna, working in the cafe most of the day. Really would like to talk if you're still around. Yeah, I already see her. There she is. Okay, let's go talk to Anna because I think I've tried everything I can, and yeah, there's no one else around here, so no information about Dennis. And Dennis knows something about Nick, so I need him to progress, but yeah, no luck so far. Let's see what Anna has to say. So she was with Nick. So I guess that can also be a good lead to talk to her, learn something about Nick, and that way maybe find an answer. What he said? Wait a minute. Anna's coffee. Empty. Prefers to drink her coffee as hot as possible. Fast drinker. What she's working on? What it says? Difficult to read. West Virginia has a road problem. Ooh.
Sam, glad you came.
Of course. I said I would.
I can still be glad about it. So, I hear you got in a fight after I left the wake?
More of a scuffle? I don't know what to say.
It was really more of a scuffle than a fight. A bit of tit for tat.
Oh, well, if it was just a bit of friendly fisticuffs.
Yeah, I don't know if I could call it friendly.
Yeah, there was
You
blood.
haven't
It's not friendly,
seen
but...
Dennis today, have you?
Why? Afraid your powerful blows laid him up?
So, what are you working on?
I'm working on an article on how nature does its best to reclaim the land after a strip mining operation. Why are you looking for Dennis? I can tell something has you spooked.
Yeah, definitely.
Go on. Tell her. You could honestly use a non-imaginary person to confide in. She might slow me down. Or try to involve the cops. She might do those things, yes. Or
But she loved
might
Nick,
be
right?
someone who you can trust. Who can help.
Tell her or hide it. So, I'm gonna tell her two things. First of all, she cared for Nick. She's been with Nick and they were together. So definitely she would like some answer about his death as well. So she'll have a motivation to help me. Unless she was involved in his death, which I don't think, but because I don't know her that well, there's always that option, but I don't think... I can't rule that out, but I don't think that's the case. And also, I don't have any other lead. I don't know where Dennis is, and I got nothing. So I'm gonna tell her, and hopefully she'll have some information. So, yeah, tell her.
I woke up today and my shirt was covered in blood.
Blood? What happened?
I don't know. Last night, pills and alcohol mixed. It's all a blur. That's why I'm looking for Dennis.
Have you tried the Basswood Jungle? He likes to work weekends.
No, not yet. I'll do that right now.
Sam, is there anything I can do to help? Oh, nah. I'm just gonna do my own thing. Oh, Sam. What have you done?
Okay, so I thought it was gonna tell her the whole story that Dennis knows something about Nick and that we're investigating Nick's death, but no, he just told her about the blood on the shirt. But something good came out of it. She gave us a lead how to find Dennis. That's a progress. Finally. Finally. Okay, so where do I go now? Oh, there's Walter over there. What are you doing here?
Seems Walter's got a lot on his mind. I know the feeling.
Samuel, my young soul, are you still haunting this pallid town?
I have unfinished business. I'm leaving as soon as I can. Have you seen Dennis? Have you seen Dennis?
Walter, you haven't seen Dennis today, have you?
Can't say I have. I hear you got into quite a tussle. Quite the tussle.
Nothing other than that?
You should try the Basswood Jungle office. I've known
Yeah,
him to
that's
go
what
in on Sundays.
Anna said.
He may be a prickly pear, a very prickly pear, but he's dedicated. If he says something will be done Monday, come the devil or come the rain, it is.
Really?
I'll keep that in mind. Thanks.
You know, I'm glad I ran into you. If I may bend your ear for a moment. I've been thinking lately about age, life, the turn of the clock. No one gets sharper
Oh,
with age.
this is gonna be
When do
long.
you think it's time to hang up the saddle?
when you can't ride anymore before you get too old. Before you get too old, let's say. When you can't ride anymore, maybe so late that you won't enjoy the time you got left. I think, I don't know. That's a heavy question to answer right
When you're
now,
still
but
young enough to enjoy no longer needing the ride.
It's good advice. Good advice.
I
I have a
hope-
lot to think about. Thank you for your ear, but soon I must abscond. Sunday lunch with Mother is sacred. Call on me anytime, young Samuel.
Okay, so see if Dennis is at the Basswood Jungle. Where is the Basswood Jungle though? Okay, we have some new entries. Let's check all of them now. Joanne. Why do I see so much of myself in that kid? Questioning, relentless, lonely. I wish I could prove it to her that she's wrong about everything. Her dad, Basswood, her life being a dead end, if only. Yeah, I really like Joanne. She's a great kid, but there's something very gloomy in her approach and even negative sometimes. But I don't know what she's been through. I'm not judging her or something, but just wish she would be a little bit happier, you know? I had a million reasons not to confide in Anna, but I did it anyway. I can't tell if it was the right decision. I still need to get to the bottom of whatever happened last night. But it's strangely comforting to think maybe I don't have to do it alone. So I understand Sam, and definitely there are reasons not to trust Anna. So I get why he's doubtful. But I have no other leads. I need all the help I can get in this kind of investigation we are running. And now Walter. Walter's thinking about retiring. I believe it when I see it. He's not convinced. There are people over there. Let's try to talk to them. I don't know where's the jungle, so let's talk to whoever I can. Oh, the miners. They're gonna throw some hate at me. Oh, I cannot talk to them. Okay. Alright. I should not be in their faces. They already hate me, so. Drugstore. Been here already. See if Dennis is at the Basswood Jungle. Where is he though? Oh, there you go. This is it. The Basswood Jungle.
It's not worth it. No one works on a Sunday. Well, no one except me.
So here we go.
Locked.
Surprise,
Should
surprise.
check the back.
Oh, so now we're gonna encounter the miners because...
My. Look what we got here.
Yeah, they're in the way.
Is that Sam Higgs? Trying to get back in a newspaper game? I thought you got the message last night. Of course, it was hard to tell, considering you let Declan do your talking for you.
Look, fellas.
You know, Basswood can be a dangerous place.
Well, so maybe consider just getting before something bad happened to you.
I'm gonna have problems now. I'll stay as long as I want. I'll be gone soon. I don't... Technically, I'll be gone soon will be the thing that might calm them down, but I won't be gone soon. I don't know how long I'll have to stay and check things out. And I can't... I've tried to avoid them in the bar, so I can't be all defenseless all the time. I'll stay as long as I want, or make me leave. Make me leave is like try to, you know, to create some hustle with them more than needed, but I will stay as long as I want. I think they won't like that answer as well, but they're not gonna give me easy time either way, so I'll stay as long as I want.
I'll leave when I'm good and ready.
Just make it sooner rather than later.
Declan's right down the street.
Watch yourself while you're in Basswood, because we'll be watching you.
Oh boy. It's not the last time we've seen them, for sure. Something is gonna go down with them. Okay, but I guess it could have gone a lot worse. From here? Et voilà. We continue our investigation finally. Basswood Jungle.
Been a while. This place used to be my home, or at least felt like it. Where is Dennis? He should be in here.
Okay, Dennis, where are you? Pac-Man again. The creators of this game don't not apparently love Pac-Man. We played in Pac-Man machine, and now this on the wall. Okay, but now down to business. Let's try to find Dennis. Nothing around here. So yeah, this is where Sam worked as a journalist. They captured the essence of offices and cubicles pretty good. The environmental design is always great in...
Dennis!
Whoa!
Dennis.
Holy shit! I did not expect that. I did not expect that.
Is that how I got blood on me? Did I?
Oh. I hope not. I hope not. He's getting delusional all over again. Ooh, bright.
You can do this, Sam. When you focus, you can think through any problem. Keep going. You got this.
Okay. Dennis. Oh, there he is.
Don't give up, Sam. You almost have it.
Okay. I need to find my Tyler Durden. My other personality. Oh, there he is. Ooh. I think I did it. Oh, this is surreal. Bizarre, kinda.
This is Dennis's office. There must be some clues around.
Definitely. Let the investigation begin. Relax.
Sam, keep it together. You can solve this.
I need you focused.
Figure this out before Dennis dies again and the panic overwhelms you.
Dennis injury. One note that I have to say, in case Sam did not kill Dennis, and I hope it was not Sam, and I believe it was not. Hope and believe. I do not know that yet, but I hope. So definitely Nick was murdered as well. That confirms it. There's someone with a motive to kill people that have some knowledge about Nick. There is something big going on. So let's continue.
Chest wound. What kind of weapon did this?
Looks like a bullet. Definitely a bullet.
Gunshot. The bullet went clean through. The killer must have been close. Where did the bullet go? Some IT documents. Nothing useful.
Oh, there's blood here.
Blood all over the monitor. Not much to go on. I need something useful.
Uh...
The chair is pretty far away from the desk. But I don't think that's important.
Don't see anything else. What else? What else?
Chest wound. What kind of weapon did this?
What's going on here?
Blood sprayed on the desk from the injury. But I need more to go.
Yeah. But I don't see anything else. Move chair. Gotta be something tiny around here that I'm missing. Don't know. I do not know.
The chair is pretty far away from the desk, but I don't think that's important.
Let's go over here again.
What kind of weapon did this? Gun.
Oh. What did I do?
Sam, stop it. Come back to reality. But you didn't do anything. Dennis was already dead when you arrived, can't you see? Dennis was shot, and you don't even own a gun. How could you have done it?
But what's up with the blood on his shirt?
His body, which is how your shirt got stained. Think about it, Sam. Calm down and think. You're right. I can see it. I have the complete picture now.
I don't. What is it?
The blood on the shirt was Dennis's, but I didn't kill him. I found him dead.
Okay, see.
Blackout drunk, panicked. I stumbled to my car. Luckily, I ended up back at the hotel and not wrapped around a pole. Now, I know I didn't do it. The police, though, may not feel the same way.
Yeah.
I need to search the area. See if I can find out why someone would murder Dennis. I need to find out why Dennis was killed. It may have something to do with Nick. Dennis's computer is still signed in. Seems like a good place to start.
Okay, see what's going on. There is a slight chance that Sam's memory is all fuzzy and he doesn't remember things correctly. There's always that option, so I won't cross that out. Not for now, at least. but most chances are that he's right and he did not kill him and he just turned him around and got his shirt dirty and then panicked. So I'm guessing that's really what happened, but I'm just saying that you have to take into consideration that maybe he's not remember it correctly. But assuming he does remember correctly, we should investigate and see what's going on. Let's first check the journal, the new entries. First of all, the objective is to investigate Dennis's desk, and now frantically trying to solve Dennis's murder only made things worse. I realized I had to take a different approach. Calm down first, analyze second. What else? Dennis. Dennis is dead. I'm still shocked. Shot to death at his desk. He often pissed off a lot of people, but who would do this and why? Okay, we have a new entry of Joel. Joel and the boys are still out for blood, as if I didn't have enough on my plate. They are clearly planning to celebrate Miner's Day by breaking my nose, and I don't have time for distractions now. Okay, unfortunately I have to keep this episode a bit shorter than usual. Just let's check out the stats. Yeah, those are the stats from today. Let's check those out. So, the majority told Anna. Tell Anna. I told Anna the truth when she asked me about Dennis. So 82%, the big majority. Okay, talk to Kathy. I talked to Kathy in the drugstores. We already saw that, right? Listening to Joanne. I listened to Joanne when I bumped into her in town. Only 12%? What the heck? What the heck? Oh, okay, I think I know what's going on. It's very unlikely that only 12% decided to listen to Joanne. It's very unlikely. What I think happened is most people did not find Joanne in the street. Then just continued the game and missed her. Because I don't believe that only 12% will decide to listen to her and that 88% will decide not to listen to Joanne. That would be crazy, right? Yeah. Listening to the clan, 87%. Meet Christina. I took the time to chat with Christina, only 33%. Okay. And talk to Tara, we already saw that. Okay, yeah. Wow, it got really intense and I'm very curious to see how this is going from here. So Dennis is dead, the man who had clues about Nick, and we definitely needed to talk to him, but we cannot talk to him now. There might be a serial killer in town. If Sam's memory is not failing him, then he did not kill Dennis, which is good. I hoped he did not kill him. Yeah, but there's someone else who's killing people. I think this is the same person who killed Nick, and definitely he has motive to silence Dennis, because Dennis knows a lot about Nick, and through that information people may find the killer. So yeah, things getting a bit complicated, but it's very interesting to see where this is going from here. I'll see you soon. Thank you very much for watching.